this. Oh.
Real quick, Mr. DM.
Yes.
If I were to change my weapons mid-fight from a greatsword to a longsword and shield, would that be an action or more than that?
I mean, we'll see what we can do. I don't. As of right now, we're just gonna say you can do it. If people pay attention and they get pissed off, we might change it.
Do it for free or do it as an action?
Yeah, just do it. It's fine. It'll be part of your move action.
Okay.
Follow-up question.
Now, if you're like, no, so good.
Oh, since Rob calls Justin Mr. DM, can we all come up with our own different honorifics, like Dr. DM and
DM
Mayor
Daddy.
DM?
Yeah.
Yes.
Daddy's home.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes,
I don't know.
DM Daddy.
Czar DM.
It's 8
Alright,
o'clock,
I'm sorry,
everybody.
Justin, I'll start calling you DM Daddy.
No, I like Mr. DM.
So now, if Rob, just to piggyback on your question, if every turn you're like, I do this and then I switch this weapon out, then I might change it. But for right now, just to be
Okay. Okay. Let me know. It's up to you.
We're good.
All right.
We've got 10 and damn.
DM Daddy.
I don't think that that's necessary.
Womp womp.
All right.
This is in.
I don't know who it is, but I like
Let's-
that someone is Asiago the cheese.
Hey everyone, welcome to DM Saving Throws first session. My name's Justin Neidinger, and I'm going to be the Dungeon Master for this hard R-rated campaign set in my homebrewed world of Pernault. The first thing I'd like to do, though, is introduce you to my players. I'm going to kick it off with Casey.
Hey everybody, my name is Casey Boyd. I am going to be playing your silver-tongued bard, Byron Bancroft. CJ?
Hey guys, my name's CJ. I get to fulfill my fantasy of flying, playing the Alfolk named Soar.
Hello, howdy, I'm Emily, and I will be playing your badass warlock, Clem Hawthorne.
I'm Lisa, and I will be playing Nyx, your ghostly girlfriend and reborn cleric.
I'm Rob. I'm playing Casper Giro, a righteous and muscly orc paladin.
Now that you know everybody involved, I want to make sure we're all on the same page here. So we are going to be playing D&D 5e. We're going to be using some homebrewed rules that we throw in now and again. If you don't know what D&D is, it's essentially us improving, rolling some dice, and seeing if it works. If you have some questions, throw it in chat, and we will try to answer them. We're also using D&D Beyond, so if you scroll over the left side of your screen, you should be able to see all of the PC stats. Lastly, we're using Tailspire. That is all the awesomeness that you see in the middle. It is great. If you don't have it, you should go buy it on Steam. We're not affiliated with them, but we just love the damn thing. Anybody have any questions before we kick it off? All right. So, the sun's starting to set in Danvers Holt, causing the magic-infused neon signs to come to life on buildings and signs all around the city. The street is alive with activity during the second annual celebration of the defeat of the zombies that terrorized Danvers Holt. The people in the streets are loud and full of life, and the air is filled with the smell of food from 1,000 parties. It's then that you see a tall, humanoid creature dressed in black, sitting in an alley watching people pass and appearing to mumble to himself. A young man comes out of a brightly lit building. He's clearly intoxicated and turns the corner down the alley towards the man in black. The intoxicated young man quickly snorts something off the back of his hand, and as he does, the stranger in black stops his mumbling. He pulls a knife from under his cloak and says, "You're the sacrifice. Your sacrifice won't be in vain." And he plunges the knife into the youth, wraps a cloak around both of them, and vanishes. We cut to the Tiefling's Touch. It is a 3-story brothel. It's made of stone. It's located at the edge of the middle class and royal districts. If you look at the map here, this was produced by somebody named Juju Bear on Tales Bazaar, which is where you can get some cool maps for Tailspire. And we're going to start on the roof. Everybody find their character?
Yes.
Got him.
Awesome.
Yes,
Awesome.
sir.
So, this bard-looking character right here, there is a tall, about 6'2" tiefling. He's got little tiny horns, but he is dressed as a green-skinned zombie. He's got very intricate makeup, and he's standing in the center of the roof. And he looks at all of you and he goes, "Hello, everyone. I am Roost. You are going to have an interesting evening. You've all signed up for the second annual Zombie Bash, commemorating the day that the zombie scum was pushed back, for the most part, back into the wild and away from our neon-lit streets. We're going to be dividing you all into groups of 5. When I call your name, please go stand near a group. I'll be drawing it from a hat. You all put your names in when you came in. And from out of nowhere, he pulls a big, it's the most damn wizardy hat you've ever seen in your life. It's this like dark blue. It's got yellow stars that are like floating around it on the hat. And he starts pulling names, and you see there's a couple groups, and they are all dressed like zombies. There's a group that looks like they're here to win. And then he puts his hand in and he picks it up and he goes, Byron Bancroft, are you here?
I am.
So
Question.
why don't... Wait, yes,
we
go
look
ahead.
Totally out of place because we're not dressed like zombies?
I don't
Like,
know,
are
it
we
depends on how you
reviewing
explain
this?
yourself.
So this is a zombie event, and people came
Yeah.
to it dressed like zombies. Okay.
Yep. So
Zombie
when...
costume party. We all just look like a bunch of dumbass adventurers. Perfect.
It is. So you guys, when you get called, just describe what your character looks like.
So Byron has a silk vest on that is kind of like the stars in pattern. It is covered. He's olive skinned, about 6 foot tall, just a little bit shorter than that. He has hair that comes down to like the nape of his neck or so. He has a thinly cropped beard with salt and pepper hair, and he has a rapier on, but it's stowed behind him, and he has a small lump in the middle of his back where he conceals a lute that hangs upside down that he ever so often pulls out. But gray pants, black boots, and for his zombie costume, he has like a masquerade mask that is just a green painted face that he holds in front to be, to look the part, but at the same time also still be fashionable by not requiring him to actually have face paint on.
Nice. So he calls you and he sticks his hand back into the hat and he's sorting around and he picks out another one. He goes, Clem Hawthorne?
Here. So Clem will step forward. She is a human, and you immediately notice that her right arm is actually a bronze, very sturdy but sleek, well-made looking prosthetic arm. She is still in what seems to be what she wore at the forge, as you can see some streaks of soot on her clothes. And her version of dressing up like a zombie is some green, like, war paint streaks underneath her eyes. She is about 5'5", a little on the smaller side for a human, but you can tell that she's very well muscled. And she has long, dark red hair. And I forgot the thing I was just going to say about her as well, which means it must not be that important.
and because of that, someone spills a glass of water on your metal arm and it rusts.
No!
He reaches back into the hat, he pulls out another name, and he says, Casper Giro? Am I saying that right?
Yes. You see a tall and muscular orc. He's standing straight and proper. His hair is jet black and neatly trimmed. He has scars littering his face, and he's clad in heavy chainmail and sporting several weapons at his hip and on his back, most of which are just swords of varying sizes. The symbol of Eldath, a deep blue waterfall plunging into a still pool, is prominently displayed across his tabard, shield, and necklace. The religious, though, would notice that this symbol is a bit different than normal, though. The normally peaceful scene is encircled by a blazing ring of fire. And the orc steps forward.
Nice. He reaches back in again and he goes, see, we're trimming things up a little bit. This next one is just one name. Is there a Nix in the house?
You see a young woman step forward, almost a little bit hesitantly as she approaches him, and she is anyone who would just glance at her would just think that she was a moon elf. She's got fairly pale skin and silvery hair that kind of hangs around her shoulders. But if you were to look a little bit closer, you would notice that she has blued veins around her eyes, and the edges of her frame seem to almost disappear, as if she's not fully opaque. And that kind of gives away a little bit of her ghostly form, that she's no longer of this realm. Other than that, she wears dark clothes, but she has a prominent symbol of Rei, a half woman, half phoenix goddess that is attached at her hip.
He reaches back in for one final slip of paper and he goes, this can't be right. This is just a verb. Is there a sore here?
Oh, that's me. And you see a Alpha kind of squeeze in between two people. Being a small creature, he walks up and he's standing at about 4'8". He has a blue turquoise wizard's robe with a brown sash across. He has a wizard's hat that on the end has an acorn bell, and his feathers are brown with a zigzag pattern. He goes, It's not a verb. It is my name."
Very well, Verb. That's everyone. Just everybody get together. A few more things. We've stocked all of our locations tonight from Rolundra. There's some oohs and ahs from that name. Remember, this is a competition, and the winners are going to get 10 gold each. We're here to see how many of these foul beasts you can slay. You've got 1 hour to kill as many of these undead monsters as you can, and we'll be sending one of ours from the Tiefling's Touch to make sure that you're counting the dead correctly. Your chaperone will be around shortly at your location, and after that, you've got roughly an hour until the sun's down truly. So grab a drink, have some food, find someone to gamble with. Hell, maybe you should shell out a few coin for some company, if you know what I mean. And he winks at you. Good luck out there, and let's go kill some zombies! And he turns around and walks away.
You see Nyx kind of falter, like she tries to step forward, just like, okay, yep, sure, okay. She turns and looks to see whoever is closest to her, which I'm gonna say is Soar. I think I may have misunderstood why we're here. Sorry, this is a zombie hunt? Like for entertainment? Is that what I'm understanding?
You didn't get the flyer? Of course, yes.
Well, no, I saw the zombie hunt part, but I've got a little bit more experience with the zombies in a bit of a different sense, more in the raising them sense. So this may be. She kind of wrings her hands and looks around a little bit awkwardly. Get out of my wheelhouse.
So you raise zombies like from children to adults?
Sometimes they're children, but sometimes they're just the skull kind. Necromancer, you know.
Asper is standing there, in between the two of you, kind of a little awkwardly at first, but I look sharply at you when you mention raising zombies. This is an
Big,
event
big
where
tech stack. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't see that you were there. Please join the conversation.
I'm pretty large, but yeah, it's a zombie. We're killing zombies here.
On the other side of the balcony, Byron walks over, grabs a couple of glasses off the caterer's tray, and brings one and hands one to Clem and says, "You know, honestly, I thought this would just be a good time. I wasn't sure what I was inviting you to." He kind of looks around and he says, "This seems like an odd sort. I'm not sure who we're paired with. Can I get an idea of what our reaction is to seeing, you know, the green-skinned, the owl type figure, and the light blue moon elf?"
Yeah, of course. So that's a really good question. Danvers Hold is the biggest city on the continent that you're on, which is Apagon, right? So here, there's every type of creature that D&D can imagine, and several that are homebrewed. And so that would be some of them might be a little bit less popular, like you wouldn't see as frequently. Like Nyx, you probably wouldn't see a lot of people like Nyx around, but you would have seen them every once in a while. So now, if you guys decide to leave this city and go other places, that might change stuff a little bit. But as of right now, you might get some eyeballs from some people who are from the country, but people who've lived here their whole life, this is normal.
Okay. I'll hand the glass to Clem and I'll just say, you know, I really did think this would just be a party, but I guess we could, and he kind of puts the mask back up to his face and says, entertain with the locals.
I am going to nod and thanks for the glass, and you know, I'm game for a little competition if you are. Could use a night off from stressing about the work I have to do tomorrow. Shall we go see if our team is up to the challenge?
And as you say that, there is another tiefling. She's shorter. She is not wearing a lot of clothes, and she is twirling her hair, and she pops some gum, and she goes, "Hi, I'm Cinnamon with an S. I'm going to make sure that you guys do the right death counts tonight, and I need you guys to be fair and honest."
Does Byron have an inkling of recognition of Cinnamon? Like, has he?
Give me
visited
a perception check.
Is there anyone Byron hasn't visited in this city?
Me.
It's a big city.
What'd you get for
I
perception?
rolled a 12.
You have seen her before, but you have never courted for coin this lovely lady.
So Byron will look at her and say, "Wonderful to have you, Cinnamon. Look forward to getting to know you better."
I love it. Maybe later we go downstairs. It'd be great. But actually, I just want to let you guys know you have an hour. You have 1 hour. You can go drink. You can do whatever you want. But then we go kill zombies. Okay. Bye. And she like boops you on the nose, Byron, and walks away.
But bye.
Clem I'm just gonna roll my eyes used to Byron's antics and say, listen, you dragged me to this thing and we might as well get some gold out of it. So can we cut to the chase here?
I mean, I just thought you needed to, get loose, pardon the tongue.
You always say that to me.
We'll proceed over
use it
to... sorry, I talked over.
Time to merge groups. I think Nyx and Byron have the same idea. They just catch each other's eye across the room and are just like, "Oh right, teammates."
So you guys have an hour. You can go downstairs. You can look around the place, or if you want, we can just completely skip all this and go on to other stuff. Let me know what you want to do.
I think Byron and Clem would first introduce themselves to the other party members.
Okay.
So,
Are you guys going to stay on the roof, or are you going downstairs?
yeah, no, I mean, is there other things downstairs besides the clientele?
There is always other things you can do down there. You could drink, you could eat. I'm sure if you wanted to gamble, you could do that. But like I said, you can do whatever you want. And if you do something I didn't think of, I'll make that shit up real fast.
What of the other people on the roof? Are they gone at this point?
There's a few groups that are sticking around. You saw there was there were 7 other groups of people that are in this event. Out of those 7 groups, it looked like besides yourself, there were 2, possibly 3 others that knew how to even really hold a sword. So the rest of them, it's people who have had a couple drinks and they're like, yeah, I want to kill some zombies. And so the most of them, those ones you probably don't have to worry about, but there's a couple other that might give you a run for your money.
Is there a group of children that we could beat? Like, as in the kids that play laser tag that think they're all hot shit, and then we end up absolutely destroying them in the zombie hunt?
No, but
they're zombie hunt.
Yeah.
There is a group of it's 3 cherubs and 2 Goliaths. They're really a weird combination, but the cherubs look like children.
Okay, cool. They're not competition.
So, out of character, because Nyx would not be into this, I say that we just try to fuck up these other teams. Like, does anybody have any, I don't know, like a knockout poison or any?
I mean,
let's just get them drunk. What if we get them all super drunk?
Yes.
Okay.
I like that idea.
Done.
One, that is a possibility, but
Scare 'em off.
I need to make something very clear. Danvers Hold has city guards. So if you try to just kill people in the middle of a restaurant, you will get arrested.
Kill. I said
Right.
knockout.
If you want to get them drunk, that's completely an option too.
Or we try to get them to fight each other and then knock out competition.
Can somebody sway Nyx into being interested in this so that I have a reason to start
It was
shenanigans?
your idea, Goober.
So you
Lisa's
3 are
idea.
talking as Clem and I approach, and he hears something about knockout gas, and Byron just says, "Well, I see you have the right idea about this."
I'm Clem. This is Byron.
Byron gives
Just
a
a
polite
warning,
half bow.
He's gonna try to make eyes at you. Just ignore it. He does that to everyone.
I mean, not everyone.
As
She's gonna look at
you say that, a man and a woman from the Tiefling's Touch walk by, and they're like, "Hey, Byron," and they keep walking past.
Jim, Sally, nice to see you.
You were saying?
That was strictly business. I needed to partake in that for a particular stress relieving event.
I'm Nyx. And Soar and Casper, if I got your names right. And she'll kind of look between the 2 of you for confirmation that she's not fucking it up.
Up and then down. Correct.
But Byron would also
Single spell
look
on.
you guys up and then down, but for a very different reason.
Yay, Lamau.
Clem's gonna look at Casper. Not a talker. I like you.
You can see, you would recognize Casper, Clem, if our previous conversations still hold true.
Yes.
And you can see that he recognizes you too, but he doesn't say anything out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Byron, it's like looking at a brick wall.
Your
You don't see a
structure
way in,
or
but damn,
Some people are
maybe you'll
probably
try.
into that.
do I recognize if you're orc or half orc or
Full orc, yeah. You can probably figure that out.
that might actually be his response. He looks you up and down, looks at you and says, "I can definitely tell you're full orc."
Thank you.
Byron's
My
gonna
heritage.
be real interested in this campaign. I can already.
Cannot
Gonna be a
wait.
slick one to watch. Oh boy. All right, we do introductions, and then what was the prize for learning this campaign?
10
Gold.
gold each. So it'll be a
10
total
gold
of
each.
50 gold split 5 ways.
Doesn't sound too bad. Okay. Let's just say that Nyx doesn't like hunting zombies, but super duper loves money, and we'll just roll with that.
Have any of you fought zombies before? Killed zombies?
Oh, she nods.
Oh, she's raised them before, from birth.
I've also taken down quite a lot, though. Sometimes they get a little bit unruly if you don't monitor them closely.
Any tips on strategies? I mean, if we're doing this, I'm here to win.
They usually can't survive with their bones and their flesh together, so if you separate enough of them, then eventually they'll just fall apart and the animation won't hold them. So either chopping them up into little teeny pieces seems to work, or I've also had a lot of success with cutting open the flesh and just removing the bone. If you twist it out, then that's usually a relatively messy, mess-free way to take them out.
Asper is just looking at you incredulously. It turns back to Clem. I've found aiming for the head usually does the trick.
What about fire? And he does a little firebolt with his finger. He says, "I could just set them on fire."
In the background, one of the cherubs goes, "Boo!"
You're not even competition, Cherub. Shut up.
Ew.
Byron looks at Nyx and says, "So this is more of a research project for you. You're looking for essentially a better way to build a better zombie then. By dismantling them, you hope to build a better one. You're like zombie IKEA."
Oh, bitch. Can we, okay, look, I know I'm not supposed to tell people what to roll, but can we, like, roll an insight? I don't know how the hell you tapped so goddamn deep into her.
No.
You went straight into that, like, I see your backstory, bitch. I don't know you, but I'm gonna read you.
Byron, I'm not normally one to just throw a roll out for no reason, but you know what? Give me an insight.
I rolled a 13.
Justin's gonna be like, Lisa, you're out of the game. You gotta calm the fuck down.
Lisa, you want to give him one tidbit that he sees?
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and say it's just, it's almost like you wouldn't think that she could get any paler, but it really is like her form just kind of shudders and her veins stand out a little bit more pronounced, and you can kind of tell that this has really struck a nerve with her, this idea of building a better zombie. And she stomps it down, and someone who's maybe a little bit less observant than Byron probably wouldn't have noticed, but I think Byron's probably got a pretty good handle on people. So,
I take her by the hand and I kind of swoop around, put my arm around her, and I say, "Oh dear, you're shaking. Are you cold?"
Freezing, but I'm sure once we get the hunt underway, then we will warm right up. The physical touch is a little much for her, and she kind of takes a big step out and ends up almost tripping over Sore as she does so.
Byron will let her
sorry.
go gracefully, and he'd step back, not trying to overstep bounds.
A Sore would kind of lean upwards towards Casper and say, "That man is smooth."
Clem just continues to roll her eyeballs.
I want to scope out
Over
this
and
chair
over. Just like
a
you.
bit more.
All right, give me a perception check.
Okie dokie. Ooh, nat 20.
All right.
That's gotta bode well, right? First roll of the
Woohoo.
game, nat 20.
Yeah, it's great because that means if we actually do fight, I have a better chance of killing your character. Everybody else will do fine. Your character will die, but you're already a ghost. Doesn't matter.
There you go,
So,
it's fine.
With
Advantage on
an-
death saves, baby.
with a natural 20, you can see that while these cherubs look like they're children, they look kind of badass. The one has a tattoo across his chest that says it's a heart with a mom and like a battleship underneath it. And they are all as they're like talking and they spin around, their entire backs, it's like a reverse bandolier, and it has knives all up and down them.
So cool.
So they look like they fuck.
Like
That's
each
not
other?
Byron,
Maybe. You don't
Like
know.
They pull.
The
Okay.
giants? They do what with the
Don't-
giants?
Don't judge them.
They're half giants. I mean, let's.
Is there anyone else up on the roof, or is it just our group and theirs?
Looks like there's a
yeah,
few party
there's-
people.
Yeah, there's a few up there. There's two other groups that look like just drunk fantasy college kids. And then there's one other group that looks like they have regular old armor and maybe like some green paint smeared over their helmet.
I'm just gonna say it. The fantasy college kids, those are our laser tag kitties that we're gonna take down.
And you hear one, he's like, dude, Chet, like, we're gonna kill so many fucking zombies, it's fucking great. And the other one hits him on the back, like, he's like, yeah, sure we are. And he almost falls off the roof.
Almost?
Almost, yeah.
I knew it.
Can you roll for that, please?
I knew it.
And this is why it's DM saving throw. They don't have to roll, I do.
Oh my god, I knew y'all were
That's
gonna
a
say
fifth.
that.
That's a 15. He is
Ah.
safe. He has
See
his
someone
arms, he's
getting
like,
murdered.
whoa. And he almost falls over the edge, but he doesn't. He's
Is there water on the edge? Just kidding.
Nope.
Can Byron step away and bribe one? Not bribe necessarily. I mean, take it for what it is. Pay the waiter to, heavily supply drinks to the cherubs and Goliaths.
I don't know. Let's see how it works. A server walks by and is like, "Can I help you, sir?"
Byron will slip her a gold piece and say, if you could maybe keep supplying that side of the room with drinks, they seem a bit parched.
Just one gold?
I mean, a gold probably is twice what you make in your salary, but what is it that
Oh,
you were
damn.
thinking?
Well, I've heard some things around the place about you and your services. But I guess I'll just take my one gold. And he takes his one gold and walks down the stairs.
Offer your services.
I say he walked away before I could say anything.
Ugh, useless.
too late. Okay.
Byron will chase him down.
Where's
Alright.
that
So
charm
I say
you brought so much?
if he makes a comment about that, I would step into the stairwell with him and just say, if there is something other than finances that you're looking for, I could probably be persuaded.
Yeah. And he hands the gold back to you, and he's like, "I need you to break into my ex-wife's house and steal my dog back."
Fair enough.
All right.
Where does your ex-wife live?
Oh,
She's at 247 Holloway Road. I guess I should write that shit down.
Yeah, I know. You're setting up for
you
a
know
next
that's where we're
game.
going. That's where we're going next.
Everything they just said was sexual innuendo. It was
Yeah,
no side
I'll be
quest.
sure to
Steal
get
my
your dog
dog.
back.
Oh yeah.
Listen, this is a side quest that I am here for.
I don't think that we've gone on just a good old-fashioned hunt down a dog, but yeah, why not? Let's do it.
I've seen that movie before. Doesn't end
Byron
well for the people that invade.
Byron looks at him and says, "You can consider the deed done as soon as we finish the event, and whatever immediate event takes place afterwards. The moment I am free, I will see my way over to your wife's place. Where shall I return the dog? Here to the brothel."
He almost starts breaking down. You can see like a single tear roll down his cheek, and he's like, "Yeah, it's where I've had to live after she left me."
Byron will put that single finger underneath his chin and lift his chin up and say, "Buck up, young man." He said, "Don't worry. You could live in lots of places that are much worse than this."
I guess you're right.
Get a name.
And he's
Get a
so
name.
so you wanted the frat guys or the cherubs to get drinks?
Mainly the cherubs and the Goliaths, because I have a feeling they're going to be stiff competition. But if you get refused by them for a drink, then see your way over to the frat boys.
can do. And he like punches you on the arm like in a friendly manner and walks down. He's got like a little bit more pep in his step because he gets to see his puppers again, maybe.
By the way, in case you're looking for your dog, my name is Byron. I didn't catch yours.
Oh, it's Carmax, Carmax.
All right, we take it. We got a name.
Oh my
Love
god!
it.
Sponsored by.
Is this
I
just the
wish.
whole campaign of Justin and Casey flirting back and forth?
Hey, chat. If any of you, in fact, own Carmax, we will sell product on here for relatively cheap.
This is now a Carmax Stan account.
Oh, man.
All right.
Anyway, so
Seeing Byron
Well,
skitter off.
Carmax, it was
Yes,
wonderful to
please.
meet you, and I'll escape back up to the rest of the party.
Clem is getting
mentioned
impatient. Oh, go ahead.
earlier I mentioned asked about the zombies because it's a bit of a dangerous business. So those guys over there might all die. Depends how many we're fighting. One zombie by itself isn't dangerous, but many of them.
Chet actually walks over to you and he's like, bro, I heard what you were saying. And like last year, the people who won, they killed like 67 zombies. It's no fucking deal. Like you just get in there, you take your sword and just like, man, you're fucking good.
Casper, like, he turns and like just stares at him, just completely flat-faced and stern. Has this man been drinking? Can I know that?
Yeah, you don't even need I mean, if you'd like to roll something, you can, but you don't really need to. He is wasted.
Okay. I'm gonna say, sir, you should leave now, or you're going to die. I can't protect you.
And
Can I make
he
a
just
roll?
backs up. Yeah, sure. What do you want to roll? You want to roll intimidation?
Persuasion, both
Sure.
is fine. Doesn't matter.
You can do either one of those. That's fine with me.
Okay. Intimidation, baby. 18.
right.
Let's get it.
As you talk to him, you look down and you see just the littlest bit of pee in his pants as he turns and runs back to his friends, and he's like, "Man, I don't think we should be doing this. That guy over there is fucking scary. Like, I think he sobered me up."
I see the pee. It's just like, come on, man. Jesus.
I didn't pee, you peed. And he runs down the stairs.
Do his
Can I
friends
ask-
follow?
What?
I asked if his friends follow.
Yeah, they follow him down. They're just like, "Come on, man, check. Come on, come back here. Like,
Oh.
we're gonna kill some zombies."
That's one group
Okay.
down, right? They left. They ran away.
Out of 7 groups. Okay, clarification, side question. So this zombie hunting, has the hour started or does it begin once we decide to like stop with the gambling and the drinking and actually go into action?
Sure, that's a good question. Right now, you have 45 minutes before you guys need to leave to go to your location.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I want to try to find more groups and see what we can do to fuck with them.
Let's go check the
So
bar.
the cherubs are still upstairs, and then we haven't seen any of the other ones downstairs yet, right?
Yep, they all went downstairs.
Okay. Seeing Byron head towards the stairs and kind of recognizing what's going on, Nyx is going to kind of like subtly gesture for the rest of the group to head down the stairs as well, and kind of ushers them like, okay, let's just push along, right? And then as soon as everyone leaves, I'm gonna say, now does anyone know how to lock things? Is there any kind of lock on the door out to the roof that I can
There
just
is
sorta-
not.
Okay,
There
is there
is-
like a chair that I can like wedge under the handle? Just go
What's around?
classic.
There is a chair, but it's just steps up and then onto the roof. So if you go down to the next floor, unless I forget this map, it kind of opens up into a bunch of bedrooms. And the floor below that is going to be where you can meet some company or eat some food, and then you might find somebody to gamble with. And then there's also like a little taverny place where you could get food or drink.
Is it one of those double doors with the two handles that I could like run a chain through and lock it?
That's called the front door.
There's
one
a
ever uses
solution.
that.
Gotta get out through the front door, fam. Just lock them all in. All we
So-
need is that one bitch who's counting the bodies. Nobody else needs to leave with us.
No,
If
what we
if
need
you
to do
look at the
is-
map, there is a front door here, if you can see the light. Right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There is another door over here. And there's also like a stable over here.
Okay.
I have
It's a cute map.
a better idea.
Yes, that was, like I said, it was Juju Bear. He or she did a good job.
Sor would throw out another plan to the group, and he would say something along the lines of, we don't need to sort of intimidate the other groups. We need to intimidate or persuade the other judges. So we can go talk with Cinnamon, with an S, and find out who the other judges are, and then possibly work out a competition. I know Byron is very persuasive.
I would be happy to talk to anyone. I'm also trying to persuade our enemies to be their worst selves.
I think it's a good idea.
Listen, this is all great. Can we talk about it over some food? Your girl needs to fuel up if we're gonna be doing this.
I don't eat, but I would be more than happy to watch you consume carbs.
Great.
Byron kind of cocks his head at that.
She just kind of shrugs. Ghost. Ghost body. What do you expect?
Let's go.
Notes
So-
concerns of anorexia.
As you come down the stairs, you see on the table two things that we can put into Instagram, and that is a food and drink menu.
There we go. Dang, this is such a fucking cute building.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Good
really
job.
The right floor, Justin.
Whoever it was that made this.
What's
How
that?
far down is the tavern?
So the tavern is, if you go out through the front door, it's the easiest way to get there. Go out through the front door and go in through the side door.
Go out through the front door.
Yep. So you're gonna go over towards here where the light's at. There's where you can be, and then I need to put a pawn on the map so I can see what you guys are doing. You can just drop your guys off the top.
Yeah, you say that as if we didn't all walk down into the building.
this way.
I was like, where's this goddamn door that I've heard so much about?
Flashlight.
my marker.
What?
Ready?
Flashlight.
Here, hold on. Ready?
Follow my
Byron
marker, Lisa.
is here. Nyx is here. I don't know why Nyx is on the
Clem
map
is
anymore.
trapped.
Oh god. Oh, I moved. Oh, okay. You moved me.
I never claimed to be good
Sore.
at this.
We're all trapped. It's fine.
All right, who am I missing?
Me,
Okay.
I'm trapped.
I know how to
Hey,
use
Mel,
Bellspire.
he's our-
There you go.
I was
And
just running around in the building. Help! Help me! I can't. I'm lost.
Not like out of the realm of possibilities in this.
You think that everybody else here is like friends and they're all part of the same party and we were just the leftovers that all showed up alone and they were like, oh, gotta stick these losers somewhere.
It's definitely possible.
Winners. Excuse me.
Not winners yet. We gotta win over these judges first.
okay, so you guys walk into the tavern. This is a well-used place. There's probably seating for about 25 or so. It isn't anything spectacular. It's regular wooden bar stools. They are wooden mugs. The bartender looks like he's had about 6 too many already. And there are a few patrons at around the bar. It just stinks of stale beer in here.
Are there any other hunting parties that look like they're in here?
Yeah, there is one group of drunk hunting party in there.
Okay. I would like to take a spot at one of the tables in a way that kind of allows me to watch them and observe whatever they might be planning.
Okay.
Oh, is Cinnamon in here? More importantly, where's our girl Cinnamon?
Cinnamon is not in there. And
Dang.
we're gonna say you're at a half an hour till go time.
Why don't we talk to the bartender, see if he knows who the judges are?
You walk up to the bartender, and it is he is a human, and he's got like a dirty rag, and he's cleaning the inside of a glass. And as you get close to the bar, there is a very drunk dwarf, and he's doing one of those like trying to figure out how to balance, and he's like he pokes you, Nix, and he's like, I think I will fight you, or wait, not fight. I want to drink. I want to drink you. Wait, that's not right either. I want drinking fight. Drinking fight.
Byron puts his hand around and leads him back. He said, "Sir, you want to drink more, and I want to help you pay for it."
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
Real quick, whoever's controlling the camera for for Tailspy, I was gonna say that you were looking at the outside entrance, but you brought it in. Never mind.
16.
He looks at you and he goes, I do. How did you know I will drink?
Exactly. How did I know? It's because you're so fantastic. Now, sir, can I get a black dragon for him, and can I have a beholder rum for me? Clem, what can I get you?
Just a shot.
Okay, she'll have a beholder rum with me. And if you guys don't mind, could you grab that table over onto the side? I would love some Bloodhawk.
Got it. This one you're
And
talking about?
the bartender comes up to you and says, that will be exactly what the price is that I put on that sheet, and I can't look at right now because I'm doing too many other things.
So 3 drinks at 5 silver apiece, and Bloodhawk at 15 silver for the grilled
Yep.
Bloodhawk. So I'm looking at how many drinks did I say? 15, so
3.
30 silver pieces total.
Well,
Okay.
since you're paying, I'll have a displace punch added on his tab. Thanks, Byron.
He looks at you.
Sure,
He
why
looks
not?
at you, Byron. And he, okay.
Anything I
He-
can do to help further this party along. We are after the same goal and all. We want to get 50 gold pieces, and the best way to do it is camaraderie.
The bartender runs back and talks to the cook in the other room, and then as he comes back, he makes up your drinks, and he's like, I'll bring them over to you guys real quick, okay? Is that you, Mr. Byron?
It is.
Oh, I thought so. And he slides back 5 years silver, and he's like, anytime you're here, you're always a pleasure.
Hey, you take it easy, and you tell your wife and kids I said hello.
You're too kind, sir. And he turns around and starts making your drinks.
We could just pause and take a look at Casper. Aren't you going to drink too?
He shrugs. You can tell that he's kind of been keeping his eye on you, Nix. Not very subtly, at the corner of his eye, he's looking at you, and keeping track of where you are. I shrug. Drinks don't really do much for me, at least around here. I usually drink grog, given the choice, but I need a clear head.
She crinkles her nose a little bit at this. She goes, I don't drink, but even I have heard awful things about grog. Interesting choice.
It's the only thing I can feel, at least around here.
That sounds like a whole can of worms.
Does Clem
You're right.
recognize anyone around here being from the area, like Byron? Like anyone who's been already down in the tavern?
You give me a perception check.
19.
So you see it's a human male. He's probably 24 or 25. His goes by the name of Hamish Yamish. And
Yeah.
He is over there and he is playing a game called Dragon Bones.
Wait, where is he?
He is. Hold on. He's gonna be over here, like by the side of the bar. There's no person there, but
Maybe I'm just feeling a little extra chaotic, but all of this we're doing to win 10 gold apiece, and all I can fucking think about is we could be getting these people drunk and robbing from, like, stealing from them. We could be trying to win at this gambling game. We could be winning gold in this drinking game. Like, why the fuck are we hunting zombies? Yo, we could be getting gold so many other
Ruining
ways.
people's lives.
Because
Oh,
we're better
you
than
don't
everyone
know.
else.
Not ruining a life. Somebody buys you a drink and then steals all the gold off of your person. They bought you a drink. That was a very kind thing to do. So really, it's a neutral act because the good and the evil balance out. Right? Right,
Not
Mr.
sure.
Paladin?
Not sure how that works.
I'm
Got
pretty
it.
sure that's how it works. Yeah, perfect.
Well, Clem is gonna head over to Hamish Yamish if that's okay.
sure.
And
Of course
I'm
you may.
going to the invisible Hamish Yamish take a seat next to him. He whose name must be fully said at all times.
Hamish, yes.
And Hamish, good to see you. Now I gotta ask. See anyone that'll be easy for us to take down in this competition hanging around here? Need the inside scoop.
I mean, this is a brothel. I would imagine they're all pretty easy to take down. You just have to pay them enough. Are you talking about something that I don't know? Oh, Rob quit.
We lost one. Well, now
Um,
we're down a party member, so maybe
I'm not
this-
changing the encounters.
maybe, oh, God damn it.
Hamish, we need one.
All right, so Hamish.
Hamish Yamish. So listen, I'm talking about this zombie hunt thing. Who's gonna be easy for us to get out of the way so we have less competition?
Well,
I-
hopefully
I
after
don't-
everyone's drunk, I hope they're all easy to take care of. Byron is
I
just
don't-
kind of hovering behind you, Clem.
He looks at you and he goes, "You understand that you're all fighting in different places, right? Like it's not like it's a battle royale in the same room, right?"
Oh yes, this is more about the fact that when they're fighting, they're going to be too inebriated to react quickly.
Oh, did you guys know Chet?
No, we haven't met Chet. Why? What's wrong?
Oh, I mean, that guy loves getting drunk. I think that's where I'd start. Last week he played Dragon Bones to me, and I took 3 gold off of him.
Was that the drunk dwarf?
That was
No,
the
he's
drunk
the
frat boy.
guy that we already sent away.
Oh shit!
No piss.
Well, fuck, he's not. We may have already run into him. What about these fellas? And I kind of gesture to the other table of people, the other group that was in the bar.
He looks over his shoulder and he's like, I don't know them, but they look a little drunk too.
As always, Hamish Yamish, you are a veritable fount of information that is ever so useful to me.
He sits up, he doesn't get your sarcasm, and he's like, "Thank you. I've really been trying."
I was just gonna let him have it and nod along.
At this point, the bartender comes back out with your drinks and the food for Byron. What do you guys want to do? You're at 20
A
minutes.
lot more drink.
I'm gonna hand my rum over and try and give it to Casper if I can. The Beholder rum.
Okay.
It's water.
I take it. Reach out my hand for it. It's a bit small in his gloved hand. Thank you. I appreciate that. How much did this cost?
Nothing. It was actually free.
Oh. Well, cheers. Thank you. He
So
just knocks it back.
the symbol on your shield. What is this?
Yes. It's the holy symbol of Eldath, whom I worship. as well as the insignia of my religious chapter.
You seem a bit a fish out of water in this place. We're kind of a seedy underbelly here. I've made my way in pretty deep inside of this crew, and everybody here is looking for one thing or the other, and you don't seem to be looking for either.
I'm here for practice. We recently just trained to kill zombies, but the dummies, the zombie dummies, were not great training, at least live training. So I'm here to try out what I just learned.
Are they not moving fast enough? Or no, let me guess. Were their hands falling off too quickly? Because I ran into that problem a lot.
Well, my chapter doesn't have the ability to find zombies that you seem to be able to, so we have to reuse the same zombies over and over again. Our chapter uses wooden sticks instead of sharp weapons to train the moves.
Clem is going to look over at him and rub her hands together, and I'm going to say, looking forward to seeing how those swords I sharpened up for you work against these bad boys.
And thank you for that. I was going to ask, actually, how's the blacksmith going?
Harder without my father, but I'm making do for now.
My chapter, I've heard talks of us needing a new shipment, and upkeep soon, so.
Gods know I could use more legal work, and then she side-eyes Byron very heartily.
In all fairness, everything I've paid you was legal tender. It's just how I acquired it that was the question.
Fair enough.
Why would your practice need more swords if all you practice with are sticks?
For the real deal. For the non-practice.
But you said that you haven't had any practice yet. If you've only been using the same reanimated zombies over and over.
We learned
I have tried that trick myself, and those are barely zombies at all.
How would you put together a zombie, Nyx?
Oh. Well, there's a couple of different ways to do it. You can see her kind of like take a deep breath, and she kind of pulls her hair back from her face a bit.
Oh, no.
She goes,
Oh no.
I found that there are two primary ways in order to bring their forms back, and it's purely based on how much flesh versus bone they have versus the combination. So if you have an entirely...
Wait. I need a medicine roll.
Oh.
15.
Yeah, it's what you said. Go ahead. Carry on.
I found that if you have a structure that has at least still got 83% of the bone of the original structure, then it can be reanimated in a skeletal form. But if you have the flesh, but for that portion you need a much higher percentage. To lead 96% of the flesh must still be available, with 0 bone involved. But if you mix match the two, you can get away with a much smaller percentage of the remains, which is why our new acquaintance here... friend? No. Too much. Acquaintance? Friend. It's,
Me?
Right.
yes, but, too soon. No, that's completely understandable. She kind of, like, takes a big step back, like, just clearly very uncomfortable with her own, presumption. But that would be why they'd be able to reanimate them so many times over, is because even though you're losing bits and pieces every time, they can still come back with a shockingly low amount. Truth be told, I think I may have a bit of a solution for how we can get through this competition a bit easier. She lowers her voice a little bit.
See, folks, this is what I'm talking about. Our secret weapon. She's got everything for us.
Well, if we have, theoretically, if we have one zombie, and then we kill that one, and then we reanimate it, then we could kill them much quicker without having to hunt down multiple zombies. But in order to do that, we would need a lot of spell slots, and I'm afraid I'm still learning the trade a bit, as it were.
Or just gonna sit there and go, Okay. I didn't catch any of that. But I don't. I
So-
think it's almost time for us
There's,
to
I was
get
gonna
where
say,
we need
there's
to go.
about 10 minutes left if you want to do anything else. There is a lot of commotion coming from the other room, but if not, you can wait 10 minutes and Cinnamon will come find you miraculously.
Byron would like to just peek in the other side.
Okay, so you look into the other room, and it is a rather large room. It's set up with tables to lounge around. The lighting's rather low, and you see that they are having a karaoke off. There is what looks like 5 gold in the pot, and there are people up there singing their best songs. And some of them are doing limericks, others are singing full songs, and that's what's going on there.
Do I recognize anyone in the competition up there?
Yeah, there's actually one of the Goliaths, and he has just come up to sing.
I would like to, from the side, just use prestidigitation to soil his pants.
Okay.
Mine.
Okay.
That's what I was gonna
So he
We'll do it at the
rolled-
same time.
Hold on.
do. Oh, I'm not there. Never mind. I wish I was there.
Okay, so I rolled a disadvantage, and he still rolled a 20. So you do this to him, and it doesn't even phase him. Like, apparently he has pissed and shit himself so much that it doesn't even phase him. And he goes, right, I met with a tiefling who's thick with 3 C's. Cost only a copper for her double D's. I should have known better that cost was too low, for now I have pain every time that I go. And he does this and bows down like he just did a great job, not realizing it looks like he peed and or pooped himself.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy on him, and just have the. I mean, from behind.
Yeah.
Oh, he's fine. Let's cast a little Thaumaturgy, right? Instantaneous sounds that originates from the point of your choice within range, such as the rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven,
And
or
what
in
is that
her
you
case,
like? His case?
I say, not on him, but whoever is in the front row. Let's just get a big old boo going from that front row.
All right. What can I roll to go against that?
catches on.
It's not.
You tell me,
You don't-
Mr.
you don't-
Oh, it just happens? It just
Yeah,
happens?
I mean, the sound
It's
appears.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah.
All right, so you just hear boo, and there's somebody sitting like in that spot. He's looking around like, wasn't me.
Let's give it another. Just a boo from the opposite. Whoever is at the same table with that guy.
You hear on the other side, you're like, you suck, and he gets very, very, like, he blushes. And then he looks down and sees that it looks like he soiled himself, and he covers himself and runs off stage embarrassed.
Well, that's 2
It's
down.
gonna be awful. Tragic stuff, really.
That was really mean,
Sore,
actually.
She blinks
Yes.
innocently. I don't.
you feel a tap on your shoulder.
No one's there.
No, it's you turn around and you see you see Cinnamon, I forget her voice, so it's like, hey there, you guys ready to go?
I believe
Wow.
she is heavy
You got
duty
very
valley girl.
southern all of a sudden.
It's okay, I'm never gonna get my accents to be correct for more than one sentence.
I love that there's one thing we know to be consistent.
Yes.
I have
It's
one
an
inconsistency in my life.
Consistency.
The inconsistency of my accents. Yeah. Well, this is how it happens in Fantasyland. It's a fluctuating accent. So sometimes it's Valley Girl, sometimes it's Southern Girl, sometimes it's just me. But she looks at you and she's like, now, sweetheart, this is where you guys are gonna go. And she opens it up and she pulls out a piece of paper and she goes, you guys got the sewer. Last time, that's where they won.
Oh,
Oh.
Is this a
well,
sewer that
sounds
smells?
promising.
Oh, it is a sewer. That's where the poop goes.
Byron kind of looks at Sword and says, "You don't often fly down below, do you?"
No, I grew up in a tree. I've lived in the sky, or the high trees, as I call them.
Well, I
I
will
don't
give you one
necessarily.
hint. Shit gives off methane, and it's very flammable, so be wary with your flammable tricks.
Thor's gonna have like a flame on his finger and just go, and then extinguish it and walk off.
That's not the direction of the sewers, actually. We need to go this way.
Yeah. Cinnamon starts walking in the other direction. She's like, "Are you coming? Are you gonna get your
Store,
crew?"
come back.
I follow Cinnamon.
Byron will tap Clem on the shoulder and look and say, "Hey, big man, Casper, we're ready."
Okay. So Cinnamon is going to take you to where you want to go. There are two ways to get there. You can walk, or you can take flight. FLYT. It is a magic broom service where you pay to fly to where you are. It's 3 gold for each jaunt, but the symbol is it's a neon blue, and it's FLY. The Y is like a cursive, and it swoops down and goes through the T, and on the other side there's a witch riding it.
So it's a ride share.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is almost spelled exactly like a different company that we don't want to get sued by.
Yeah.
But the tagline
Once
says,
we get that CarMax money rolling in, though, anybody can sue us.
"Oh yeah," but no, it's flight, and the tagline is, "Anything else is pedestrian."
Oh, clever. Yeah.
That's
cute.
really good.
Okay, it's cute.
Yep.
But that's what, 3 gold apiece? How many
3
of
gold
us?
apiece.
Well,
I go to hand out my 3 gold and say, "Oh wait, I can fly," and then I take off.
And you hear Chet in the background. He's like, "Fucking nerd."
unfortunately,
Didn't you piss yourself?
Shut up.
Byron
Unfortunately, I'm not that
soils
kind of
his
ghost,
pants and
so-
says, "And you shit yourself," and then he'll
Oh,
hand over
God.
the 3 gold and get inside the ride share.
Let's go ahead and just one of his friends starts booing at him too for good measure.
Here we go
Oh,
again.
Nick, why are you bullying me? I thought we were bros. We shared that embrace.
Never,
So
never
is it
bros.
3 gold a person, or just 3 gold for like all of us to ride this together?
3 gold per person. This is a new technology. Just like the magic-induced neon lights that are up and down the city and on people's clothing, it is rather expensive to use.
Gosh, these taxes.
Yep.
All right,
have a
I'm
very-
down to play.
Apprehensive look on my face. I don't
Oh.
have much money right now.
Oh, you're scared of heights. I see.
It's
It's okay.
Coward.
purely
Okay.
monetary.
You can fly very low to the ground.
You don't need to hide your fear from us.
Casper, it's okay. This is a very accepting group. We accept all fears here.
I'm
I
not
go to
much of a
hug
Purely
Casper.
monetary.
God, good Sora, give him a hug.
I give Casper a hug along his left kneecap.
Your arms just like barely wrap around his big like tree trunk of a leg.
Are you small or medium?
I'm small.
Okay.
Oh, here, let me reduce your character size.
Oh
I'll
no.
have to do it on the next map. I don't know yet.
It's
All right.
tiny owl.
So, if you're taking flight, reduce your gold by 3. If you're not, don't.
I will offer to pay for Casper and see if that endears me to him a bit more.
No.
Don't worry,
Okay.
please, no, I insist. We're supposed to be a team, right? And if we win, I'll come back anyway.
You can pay her back.
I'm gonna look at Nyx and say, listen, I've been helping this guy with his equipment, his weapons for a while now. I didn't mean to start with equipment. Help this guy with his weapons for a while now. and he still doesn't consider me a friend. So
I'm right here, guys.
Cinnamon walks up to you and says, "You've been helping him with his equipment, huh? Would you like a job at the Tiefling's Touch? We could glue some horns on up here and maybe a little tail. I mean, that doesn't have to glue
already
in."
know that I have a job. I've sharpened your daggers for you plenty of times.
I think
Yeah.
they do that
Good.
as well. Yeah.
Byron just
That's
looks
what we
and says,
call it.
"You're barking up the wrong tree, Cinnamon. I have tried
That's-
and tried and tried."
But that's what we call it. We call it sharpening daggers.
And you would look very cute with horns.
Clem is just gonna stomp off towards Blight.
Okay. So you guys find your way to the sewers. Cinnamon directs you there, and she stops in front of this giant magical neon sign that reads "Blip Blop's Noodle Emporium." You see a minotaur coming out of the building. He's carrying a bag, and he's wearing a t-shirt that looks a little like something that somebody's wearing here. It's styled like a tuxedo, and on the back it says "Send nudes," and it has a picture of a noodle bowl on it.
I'm gonna
The-
get these shirts
yes.
made.
The
This is gonna be our
minotaur
first merch.
the minotaur gets on a giant wasp and rides off down the street. As the minotaur leaves, you see a sewer grate under where the wasp was parked. And Cinnamon looks at you guys and she says, "Hey, you got to remember, we've got to kill as many of these things as we can in an hour. I'm keeping count, so no funny business."
Right.
Fair
No
enough.
funny business.
And we're going to go to a new map. I'm sure there'll be plenty of funny funny business.
Up from
No,
this
we hate funny business
lawful
here.
good cleric.
Yep,
I love
let's see
the
here.
poop.
Paladin. It's a paladin.
All right, we're summoning players to board. Cinnamon tells you
Whoa, where
out
are
of.
we, though?
Hold on, I'm going to put you on the board.
Oh, I got
Cinnamon
you.
Justin, I'm lost.
And everybody disappears
Holy
from existence, and we have to wait to be
buggers.
reloaded into existence.
Good lord, this map is so big.
Yeah, this
I
is
am
pretty big.
so glad
This is
that
pretty
Nyx
fun.
glows right now because it makes you so much easier to find.
Here, hold on
That
one
is
second.
also a thing that you can do. You have a torch on your character, so if you
Right.
right-click on them,
So,
then you'll see
I always
a little
forget
option
that.
to turn torches on.
Thank you.
who doesn't have night vision?
Byron.
Okay,
Clem.
Oh, I do.
That's
so-
the only one.
you guys are going to have to either light a torch, or it's going to be kind of dark down here. I'm going to turn up what it looks like down here just so people can see.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Not yet.
Hold
Okay.
on. There
There
we
you
go.
go.
Okay, yeah.
Better?
And it's
Uh,
pitch black down here.
So there are those crystals. Cinnamon says to you, she says, "Now, honey, we put some crystals up down here so you know which way to go because it is dangerous to go it alone."
Cinnamon, just out of curiosity, how will you be counting the bodies? What's the
With my
scoring
fingers.
system? Oh, I
Oh,
just. But,
Is it by
and-
bits or full members? Will dismembering them get us more?
One body, 1 point.
Hmm.
If you bring him back, still 1 point.
Oh, so we actually have to pull them back here.
What
No.
counts as?
I'm going to be behind you,
Hmm.
safely behind you, and if they get too close, maybe I'll bite them.
And can you see down here, Cinnamon? It's awfully dark.
I'm a tiefling, motherfucker.
Oh, damn.
Byron pulls out a torch and snaps his fingers, and it lights up.
She comes in and like massages your shoulders, and she's like, "That's so cute." What were you saying, Clem?
I hadn't said anything.
I had started to say something.
Oh, sorry. What's
Yeah.
up, Nix?
I
Okay.
wanted to see if we
Rob?
could immediately hear. Yeah, all of us. It's fine.
Yes.
Can we hear anything? Is there any immediate like they're in that direction, or they're getting closer, or death
One
is
sec-
upon us?
we'll get to that in 1 second. Shit, what's your name? Casper? What did you want to say?
So what counts as the body though? The torso or?
I'm going to be standing right here and I'm going to watch you as you kill them.
Oh,
And when you kill them, I'm probably going to say something like, fuck yeah. And then I'm going to give you a point. And then when I run out of fingers, I'm going to go to this hand. And when I run out of this hand, I'm going to put a coin in my pocket. And each coin is going to be 5.
What kind of coin is that exactly?
These are proprietary coins. They work like stamps.
Damn.
I thought about that.
Let me cheat. You're gonna make me fight a bunch of baddies. Let me cheat my way out of this like a real D&D player.
Clem is also gonna light a torch up.
Okay.
Byron will hand his to hers, and then he'll pull out another one and light it.
Thank you, Kai.
I am going
Sword,
to use prestidigitation to put the flame out, turn to Byron and say, sewers produce methane. We need to be very careful.
Byron snaps his fingers again and he says,
got him.
"You are a sorcerer, right? It's magical flame. It doesn't actually produce heat nor flame. I thought you would have understood your own essence."
I do know that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So, and
Would you
with
like a torch,
that,
Sora?
Everybody give me a perception check.
Oh man.
Nat
That's
20.
a 7.
Nat.
Okay, so
Also a 7.
I'm so glad that you got all your nat 20s out of the way. I didn't
can't
hear.
wait
I
to
heard
die in like 20
two-
minutes.
Nick's
Very
got a
Two
excited.
22 and I got a 20. Those are the high ones. Everybody
Okay.
else is sub 10.
So anybody over 10, which it sounds like almost nobody, can hear that from over on this side. See this light over here? You hear typical zombie noise.
I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead. I'm just gonna cast bless on a couple of us, just nice and early. Yeah.
Byron is
But
going
who
to
are my
step around the
favorites?
corner to look and see what's available.
Does anybody say
Are-
that they hear anything?
Are-
Oh,
I don't know. I'm not any of the characters, but I will say that if you came out to see, we're gonna need some initiative.
Alrighty, let's get this started.
Let's get some combat music.
Oh yeah, we did lose our music as well.
We did. Yeah,
Dun,
it's probably
dun,
my
dun,
fault.
Dun, dun,
Um,
dun,
How are we
dun,
looking?
You want me to
How
apply it or
much
you?
listening?
You can.
dun, dun.
Oh, Rob.
I know.
Say
All right. So,
Casper, Byron,
wait. Give me your numbers.
Solar.
Casper, what's Casper's? Casper's initiative.
Oh, sorry. It's me. 2.
2. All right. Nyx,
16.
2, and then Nyx is 16. Clem
17.
and Soar.
Natural 1.
Oh, fantastic. Byron.
23.
Well, at least somebody knows what's going on here. Clem did a good job too. So, auto roll initiative. Oh, these guys are zombies of the worst degree, and they are in the opposite direction. Byron, it is your turn to go first.
Did we turn down the music in game? Some people in the chat were saying it was a little loud.
Oh, I
we
can
can.
turn it down again.
Very loud. Music is very loud, just FYI. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Is that better, guys?
We refuse to do anything until you tell us we're holding
Well-
the combat hostage.
it's the 30-second lag. All right. So until we hear differently, we're gonna say that's good. Byron.
Okay. We got a that's better.
Thank you, Kite Sage.
Okay. So, first round, I get the very first combat initiative of the whole campaign.
You do.
Okay. I am, Byron will, step out. He will, I guess, Byron doesn't have a lot of damaging spells, so his first reaction is to step out, and he will cast Vicious Mockery on the closest one to them. He will he'll just look at him and say, I assume intelligence was your dump stat, and then cast Vicious Mockery.
Got him.
Okay. And what do I need to roll anything for that?
It's a DC Wisdom 14.
Oh, that's probably not good. That is a unnatural 1. That is 3 minus 2. It did not work. So, go ahead.
He receives 4 points of psychic damage.
Oh, shit.
And it's this one on the right that's closest to us. And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Boo. Okay. Keep me honest on that so I don't forget.
I will do that. And then Byron, seeing them, says, okay, Cassius, and he'll step back behind the corner.
So just so you're aware, give you a little bit of idea what you're looking at here. These look like super shitty zombies. Their skin is very slack. They're not moving super fast. They've got the classic Ray Romero shuffle going on. So they are not looking very good, and you can't tell whether it is the sewer or them that stinks so bad. But you hit him, and he does not like that at all.
Is there any chance that these are just the same frat guys from earlier, and it's just that their makeup is even worse now?
No, unfortunately, it's not. Neither of these is Chet.
Okay, who's ever
So,
up?
Clem?
I am going to peek around the corner, and first time warlocking, let out a good old Eldritch Blast
Ooh.
at the closer guy.
So, before you do anything else, we have a very important question.
Oh god.
What color is your Eldritch Blast?
It is red.
Okay.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yep.
Good answer.
Show me red. Show me red on the board.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, wait. Can I?
Can you
what?
change it?
Yellow. Yellow.
No. Red is
No,
locked in forever.
it's red.
It's permanent answer.
Fine. I just realized it would clash with her hair, but it's fine. It's fine.
Look,
Oh
if
my
you want to take
gosh.
the inspiration,
Yellow.
if you want to take the inspiration you would have gotten for wearing the tuxedo shirt, you can change it to yellow.
Do I have inspiration for wearing the tuxedo shirt?
I forgot to give it to you, but yes, you certainly do.
Yeah, it doesn't
There's
fucking
an
matter what we're doing here. So we can
actual
just change the rules willy-nilly.
Suit and tie
I'll stick
to
with
the
it.
first ever session, and let's give it to someone in a tuxedo shirt.
I mean, it's a suit and tie, not a tuxedo. I think we just covered that. Hello.
But does the suit they send nudes on the back? Because otherwise, what are you even doing?
Y'all thought.
If you had written "send nudes" somewhere, like on the back of your shirt, I would have lost my damn mind.
So that is an 18 to hit, the closer one.
That is going to hit.
And 4 damage.
4 damage.
Oh, baby Warlock.
Your bright red Eldritch Blast shoots across the sewer and slams into it, and he's like, "Meh." And
Like a goat?
yes, like a goat. It's a reincarnated goat. Nyx, it's your turn.
Ooh, I am going to take a moment. Nyx grows deathly still and her eyes blacken. And I'm going to use Eyes of the Grave, which, simple, it allows me to know the location of any undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected from divination magic. So 60 feet, where are the baddies? Sniff them out for me.
This guy and this guy.
Just the two. Okay. You know.
Yes.
Just the two of them.
if I could give uninspiration for that spell.
Oh my god.
Hey, well, now we know that they're actually undead and not people
Alright.
in disguise.
Is that all? Is that all you're doing this turn?
Yeah. I'll move a bit, but that's about it.
Okay. Casper.
All right, I move over to this square here. Casper kind of drops low and takes a great sword off of his back, out of its scabbard. He goes here. That's the end of his movement, but he's going to use aggressive, which is an orc thing. As a bonus action, I can move up to my speed towards an enemy that I can see or hear, actually. And I'm going to go put myself right here and just swing at the guy to my right.
Okay, the guy's already been hit.
You know what? No, the guy to my front. The person who has
Okay.
So
That
take my
works
great
too.
sword. I'm just yelling as I charge, and his roar echoes throughout the sewers. Not very subtle at all.
Okay.
He rolls to hit, and it's a natural one. Hell yeah!
Awesome.
Okay.
That's
So-
First one of the campaign. Everybody,
So,
give him a round of
Sure,
applause.
somewhere.
Good job.
just so you guys are aware, we're not gonna do broken weapons unless it's my creatures, but we are gonna do stupid shit. So, in his zest to get over there, he stumbles on some sludge and ends up in the water. You are now hip deep in shit.
Can I make a save of some kind to avoid that?
Not
I
with a
don't-
natural one.
Well,
It's-
his
there's-
life flashes before his eyes because he's clad in heavy metal shit, and he does not know how deep that water is. So he's
And-
like,
and
I'm
he-
dead.
He splashes down and he's like flailing around, and he realizes that it's really only waist deep for him. Now, if Soar fell in there, that might be a different story. But Casper is he's different. He's taller. So
I love this person who said into the drink.
so Hot Breadstick, you get inspiration also. So good job.
Byron kind of whispers over the thing. He says, "That's not water."
So
No.
it's my turn.
God, way to go.
Prestidigitate. Prestidigitate.
My zombie is going to come and attack Soar.
Nice. This is where I go down before I get to do anything.
Yep, pretty much. So he shambles over. It's actually comical how slow this takes for 6 seconds. And he is going to try to slam into you. That is a 21. I'm guessing that
Disadvantage roll
hits.
on this guy because it's the one that
Disadvantage.
casts
Thank
Vicious
you for
Mockery.
reminding me, because I told you. That's a 15. Does that hit you, Sor?
Yes.
I did my best. Sorry, buddy.
Thanks.
That is 7 bludgeoning as he comes over and just slams his fists into you. I'm guessing that's bad from the look on your face, because you're first level.
Be bad for everybody.
Yeah.
Everyone watching on. Oh no, it doesn't update on the deal. But
Yeah, we just got the part where we're going to hit you.
I'm not
So,
looking too hot.
Sor, with your 1 to 5 hit points left, what would you like to do?
Sor sits there, and as he gets hit, he turns around and says, "Ha! Would love to see the shock on your face," and goes to do Shocking Grasp. But turns out, it is actually Firebolts.
Oh.
And there's a whole background reason for that. He said the pun on purpose, but he casted Firebolt and does 15 hit
Yeah, it does.
for 2 damage.
Oh.
Yep. And Thor is going to have a look of massive confusion on his face. He just stands there like looking at his hand, and then just in pure shock as of what just happened.
And now this zombie, because he's pretty stupid, he thinks that Casper is dead because he can't see him anymore, and he's going to move up to here. But he doesn't have enough. Yeah, go ahead. You get attack of opportunity, and let me know if it hits. Well, you gotta let me know roll. 22 does hit.
For 12 damage.
Damn!
Oh,
He's bringing the heat. So
All right, sir.
you bring your is this sword? It's a sword.
It's a great sword.
It's a great sword. You bring your great sword in, and it's like cuts through his calf, and you can see like a green ooze bleeding out. For anybody in chat, I believe this is a 4E mechanic. Anytime that you say that it's bloodied, it is less than half hit points.
Casper just gets up out of the water, sewage dripping off of him. He's just, and he takes his greatsword and swings at his legs.
It happens in slow motion, very cinematic. You can see like the shit just dripping down his face, and he swings the sword and gets him for 12 damage. Byron?
Byron will see the one attacking Soar and pull out his rapier and just try to stab at it with his rapier.
God.
Okay.
I think this is what I do. Let me see if it did it right. It did. So 13 with my bless.
Okay, yep, that hits.
And I rolled 8 damage.
Okay, so this zombie comes up and hits Soar, and as it does, you see your opportunity, and you just jump in there and stab him. Your sword goes through his flesh that's coming off of his body, and you see that he is now oozing from that wound that you left him in, and he does not look very good.
I will. I'll look at Soar and say, "Never fight an ugly person. They don't have much to lose." And I'll kind of wink at him, and he gets bardic inspiration.
Clem?
We are going to do. I just want to finish this one. Oh, actually,
Can you
I-
take off your fake arm and throw it at him as an improvised weapon?
I don't know.
I would allow it.
Keep that one in the back here. We might need it at some point.
Yeah. Okay. These two, I'm just gonna stick with another blast for now to the one closer.
Okay.
Just to play with it some more. And with my bless, it's 11.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, thank God. With 8 damage.
And you see this zombie explode all over Soar.
Let's go.
Wait, can I just say
And-
that means I get 4 temporary hit points? Sorry.
Congratulations on your temporary hit points. I
didn't
think
realize that
Soar
was
would
me.
prefer them
Can I have them?
more. But if that's all you can do, then Nyx, it is your turn.
Sir, it would actually be easier on me if you would die, and then I can bring you back with Spare the Dying. So just as like a... Oh, no, I can't. No, wait, I take it back.
It'd be
For some
easier
reason-
if you just died.
I always think that I could...
alright.
It would just be easier
Just
if you would
die.
die and just leave it there.
Yeah, your character you like to create, just knock him. We don't need him in this campaign anymore.
I need,
Just can he die?
wild magic sounds like a lot of work. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on the one closest to the edge there. Can I please get a Wisdom saving throw?
Yes, it is,
DC 12.
again, unnatural 1.
Yay! That will do. He's going to take 9 hit points. It is necrotic damage. I don't know if that matters for zombies.
Apparently, it doesn't matter. You hit him for...
I think it does. I think
Yeah.
poison damage matters for zombies, but I think necrotic damage is fine. I don't know. So I'm sure somebody will fucking call us out if we're wrong on that.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and you'll just kind of see these like ghostly blue bells that appear around him and ring with that kind of eerie sound as he collapses. And you hear Nyx kind of muttering to herself, just, it's hideous. Terrible craftsmanship. Look at the way it's just falling apart. Group, I'm not sure how to say this. There's only 2 of them here, and we may need quite a few more if we're going to try to win this thing.
And how much damage was your last one? I apologize. You said 9?
Yes.
Okay.
Did that kill
So-
it? You changed his little statue to dead, so I assume that.
No, that was the other guy. That was the first guy that. Yeah.
Attacked
I'm
me.
trying to make sure I put the symbols in for people who die.
Appreciate
So, but the bad guy here, he is not looking good at all. He looks like he is in the fatality part of Mortal Kombat.
I'll still announce it to the group, but it's like, this is too. I can't sense any others in the immediate area, so we may want to pick up the pace a bit.
Okay. Casper? Whoops.
All right. How much movement?
You can get up. You can get up. That we'll call that 5 feet of movement to get up off out of the sewer.
Just takes his arms and heaves himself up, dripping wet, and reestablishes himself. Checks himself for a second before he charges again, and then charges, screaming at the zombie.
Okay.
And attacks him. With the great
Okay.
to the back. Are we doing flanking? Is that a flank?
Yep.
Okay.
well-
that wasn't a flank. Sorry.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay. I thought he was right on. 9 to hit.
Okay. So you hit him, and tell me how you kill the shit out of this zombie.
Jesus. Casper's charging. Takes his big, broad swing with his great sword and just cuts the zombie in half.
Nice.
Seconds. So,
Can I be honest? I was really expecting you to be like, he's charging, and then he just pokes the zombie oh so delicately.
All right. So the 2 zombies fall dead, and that unique, so we can grab it easier. And you hear Cinnamon run up behind you, Sora, and she goes, "Oh, Sora, honey, are you okay? You look terribly hurt. Would you like this?" And she pulls out a single healing potion.
Yes, please. I'm hurting.
Oh, my poor baby. And she opens it up and tries to pour it in your mouth for you.
Oh, thank you.
All
I
right.
feel a lot better. Thank
Go
you.
ahead and roll for your healing potion.
D4, right?
I believe so.
3. Thank you.
You know, I'm not one to,
It's
Ruffle
it's 2d4
feathers.
plus 2.
but
okay.
I think we should probably get moving if we're going to try and be stiff competition.
Yeah.
She looks at you and she goes, I really think you probably should. Last time I heard that they had already killed about 15 zombies at this point. You are doing okay, but it is not looking great.
it's been 6 seconds.
It's been 12.
Sorry.
As Cinnamon came up to give me the potion, I want to go around and give her a hug as a thank you, and I want to try to sleight of hand some of those coins out of her pocket.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand, and I'm going to get a perception.
It's a 19.
You get 3 coins out of her pocket.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay. So, that's a thing. You guys killed some
Necromancer.
zombies.
Well,
Necromancer. How do you attract zombies?
you don't really attract zombies.
Her name's Nyx.
You more well, you can you more make them than attract.
That
But I wouldn't know. I'm far past that stage. All of you are perfectly beautiful, living, neat people, and there's no reason that I would ever murder all of you down here in the sewer and turn you back into zombies. Casper, what a hideous thing to suggest.
That's concerning.
Okay.
So, I mean, I do have one thought is that, you know, they are in the sewer. If they're attracted to the scent, then I think Casper will make great bait.
Do you think they just like shit?
Duly noted.
I mean,
Is
it
shit
smells
on
as
it?
such.
Well,
That's all the
pretty-
time you have to say
They're
anything
poor design.
before we're back in combat.
Back in combat.
you want us to roll initiative again? So,
Yeah,
so
because-
Casper had just started clanking off down the sewer tunnel
Sure.
at that point.
So I'm using the D&D Beyond Encounter Builder. It doesn't save what your
Okay, we'll roll again.
what stuff was. So everybody roll again.
Woo!
I can't get any worse than an at one.
All right, Byron.
I think I had a 13. Sorry, I'm moving on
Soar,
to music.
That would be a 10.
Nyx,
10 as well. My dex is
Casper.
2 versus
thi-
Soar's 1, so I'll still be
think
in
it-
front of him.
Yeah, I think it does that. Casper,
2.
2, and Clem.
21.
Ooh.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Okay. So, as you guys are walking down this sewer, you see these zombies look a little bit different. The other ones were clearly humanoid. Casper, you were the first one to come down this way. Why don't you give me either history or a nature roll?
Sure. Maybe. Nature. Not a big. A 9.
Okay. You can see that these look more like big dogs. So
Okay.
they're bipedal.
Hmm.
But it looks like something like a big dog. But Clem, you are person in the back there, but you were the most aware, so you get to go first.
How can I kill something so cute? What? I am going to stand back here and I don't want to be that person who only does Eldritch Blast, but it's got great damage, y'all.
You are
That's
a
what a
level
warlock
1
is.
warlock,
Yeah.
fam.
And
It's
what else
fine.
am I supposed to do right now?
Okay.
But because I have epic range, I'm just gonna move over and aim from back here so as to selfishly protect myself for a little bit since I am a weakling.
Okay.
Do we still have our blessing, perchance?
Yes, you do.
That would be a 12 to hit. I'll go for the closer one.
That meets.
Oh, you guys, we know what their AC is. For 1 damage.
For 1 damage.
Yes.
So you shoot out this red blast, and it hits him, and he's like, "Yep." And it is its turn.
That's the sound zombie dogs make.
Yep.
So cute.
So, let's see here.
Okay, Justin. Justin, okay.
All right. So I'm going to use that little bit of movement there, please and thank you, to bounce off of that. And this creature is going to try to bite you, followed up directly with a club attack. So on the bite, that is a 10 to hit, and on the club, it is a 6 to hit. So he comes out and he is moving rather slow, and he snaps at you with his teeth, and then he just comically slow, he's like, and his club misses you by like 1.5 feet. And Byron, it is your turn.
I will step off to the side a little bit, and Byron will look at. Looks like he can see one more in the hallway there. Is that right?
I don't know. If you can only see one, you can only see one. You never know if there's any more back there.
Yeah. So he sees the one in the hallway, and he just looks at them and just. I think he will probably cast Vicious Mockery again, and
Okay.
he just looks at him and says, "Your challenge rating has to be in the negatives." Go ahead and give me a wisdom
Alright.
saving
Okay,
14
that's
row.
cute.
He's out of character. Vicious
that's
mockery.
That's an 11.
Okay, he will take 1 point of psychic damage, but then he has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to then look over at Casper and just say, strike them down. What? Well, we may not be in the right, but it doesn't matter who's right. It only matters who's left. And he has bardic inspiration if he needs it.
Casper
And-
gives one glance towards you and grunts.
And as that happens, this guy shambles out here to try to attack you also, Casper. And
Disadvantage.
nope, this is a different guy.
Oh, that was
There's a
the one.
second
That's the
guy
only
there.
one I could see.
Well, there should be a guy right in front of, two guys in front of Casper.
Yeah, the one that's the one I cast on was the one that was in the hallway.
Oh, okay. Well, then he does not get a natural 20.
Yeah, it worked.
But he does get, he actually rolled 2 natural 20s in a row. But because I have disadvantage, the second one with his club was a 22 with no natural 20. So he is going to swing his club and hit you for 5 damage. He cracks you right in the side of the head, rings your bell.
Use my inspiration to send that to Dice Jail.
So Nyx, it is your turn.
I would like to take a moment to just assess these two and kind of scan them before Nyx makes a move. And is there any indication that I can see on them like a collar or like a return to Carmax if found sticker in their fur, anything like that?
You give me a perception.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance?
And there's always a chance. This is D&D.
Fuck. 7. God damn it.
So they are wearing collars, but it looks like they are just part of their aesthetic when they were alive. They're like spiky collars, like they're goth kids.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty. I'm just gonna toll the bell again.
Boo.
Done. Easy peasy, son.
Okay.
DC 12 wisdom check, please.
I did want to confirm, by the way, that some undead are immune or resistant to necrotic, but not baseline regular zombies.
Yeah,
No.
I'm looking at the sheets. This one is not either. Which one did you hit? Is it
Oh,
this
I
guy
can see,
over
I
here?
can see the two of them.
Or this
Whichever
guy?
whichever one looks weaker.
Okay, so it would be the one on your right. So how many points of damage is that?
I'd be 4 hit points, so it's like just chipping away at him a bit.
Yeah, and you see that this really it's hurting him. There is like some kind of clear, like almost like milky fluid coming out of his face and just dripping down its maw. And
gross.
it is now Soar's turn.
Soar is going to, with his confused look a little bit, kind of put out a hand and go shocking grasp, and then shoot a firebolt directly at this man right here, the one on the left. And it's a 19 to hit
That is a 19 to hit. That's going to hit.
for 8 damage.
Oof. So your firebolt hits him, and it like burns back his cloak that he's wearing, and you can see that this is actually a zombified gnoll,
Oh.
and it is bleeding everywhere. There is just that milky fluid coming out of a lot of him. And
Doesn't seem like even remotely phased.
give me a perception check on your turn.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
This guy runs over here to get up in your business, but that's a double move for him, so he can't do anything else. So, Casper, it is your turn.
Okay, Casper has a look of intense concentration on his face. Very smooth and fluid action. He stows his greatsword and pulls out his longsword and shield, and attacks the one that has been damaged so far, directly in front of him.
Okay.
For 22 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits.
For 9 damage.
So, again, zombies apparently explode, and this one explodes all over everywhere, and
He takes the opportunity when they miss with their club initially to just stab him right through the chest.
yeah,
all the way up to the hilt.
It just the skeleton just goes boom and explodes outwards, and it is now top of the round with Clem again.
I will
Sorry.
move directly to my left 5 feet to the next two.
Okay, you do a little scooch over so you don't provoke. And Clem, it's your turn.
I use the good old EB Eldritch Blast on the one closer to me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I mean, I know it's really boring, but we're level 1, yo. 25 to hit.
25 to hit is
Technically
going
a
to
29 with my blessing if we want to be really cool about it.
Well, it's still the same amount of damage. Go ahead and roll your damage.
9.
Oof. And you hit it was this guy here?
The one that's closer to me, yes. Well, I mean, yeah.
And the red shoots out of your hand, and it hits this thing, and once again it just explodes everywhere into a billion pieces of zombie flesh and bone.
Okay, may I ask a logistical D&D question?
Sure.
My Dark One's Blessing allows me to gain 4 temp HP when I reduce a hostile creature to 0. Do I stack that, or would it just be like a fresh 4? Okay.
One more time, I'm sorry.
Temporary doesn't stack.
Does the temp HP stack from killing multiples? Nope. Okay, I just wanted to check on that. Okay, thank you.
It does refresh though. If you lose 10 hit points, you get 4. So.
Got it. Thank you. And I am done.
Okay. I have to put more skeletons in. It's not letting me do it right now. So just know that there are skeletons there. All right. So, Clem, you finished up, so it's Byron's turn.
Byron will cycle around and flank.
Okay. So you're going to get advantage on your attack. Get to roll 2 dice.
He pulls out his rapier and tries to stab once again.
Okay.
So we'll pull and roll. 24.
That is definitely going to hit.
For 12 damage as I pierce through.
All right. As before, tell me how you kill this guy.
So this one, he would just kind of walk around as the other ones are just getting exploded, and he'd just kind of go and just watch it kind of drop to the ground and be like, you know, it's much more efficient and clean. You guys are so filthy.
So you poke it to death, and it is the end of your encounter.
You guys are good at this. Although, she kind of turns like it's sore. I'm not sure you know what shocking grasp is.
I do. It's just my magic's not working. It's nothing. Let's just continue, and then.
Yeah, no, but we already established that there's the decent chance of this place going up entirely in flames. So can you fix that?
That's why I think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
She kind of gives you like a bit of a strained smile. She goes, okay.
Sword gives a confused smile back because he doesn't know what's going on.
So
Byron lose the
give me
bodies.
Give me a perception.
To loot some bodies, can do.
9.
7.
16.
8.
So, you're all standing there, and Cinnamon says to you guys, she's like, well, that's 3 more. These are a little different than I'm used to. And boom! The entire sewer shakes, and it is coming from the right. Over in this
Where they
direction here.
Came from? Oh, okay.
Over here. It's coming back like this angle.
I didn't do that.
Okay. Let's go.
Cinnamon, are the bigger ones worth more points?
I'm gonna have to ask. I've never seen these ones before, but you guys are up to 5. And then, as she says that again, boom! And the entire sewer shakes again. There is debris everywhere. There's dust. You guys probably can't see much farther than 15-20 feet right now, and there's no way to do that on here right now. But you can see about 15-20 feet ahead of you. You can see that the crystals are still leading you in this direction.
Question for you. Looting the previous 5 bodies, did we find anything?
They didn't. They had some clubs. And there was. They each were wearing spiked collars, but there wasn't any money.
Even the zombies was wearing spike collars?
No, I'm sorry. The gnolls.
Yeah,
The
Knowles were.
gnolls were wearing spiked collars. The regular zombies, they were just hitting you with their fists.
And then anything with this body here, or is that just flavor?
That's a flavor body. It's on the ground there.
All right, we move on.
So,
I am going to heal myself with lay on hands for 4.
okay,
So that happens.
okay,
I'm
and
going to put on the spiked collar. Do I
As
look
you-
any more fashionable?
you do.
Yes.
And as you do that, you guys can stop moving. You hear click, 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 and in the corner, you see a giant scorpion, and on the back of this giant scorpion is a kobold. And he says, ho, 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 it's Gorebox, eater of man flesh and master of my undead enemies. Remember me. Well, you won't remember because you'll be dead. But if anyone else is listening, remember it is I who brought Donver's Hold to its knee. And as you see that, from around the corner comes another one of the Knoll guys. And a
Knoll?
different, more aggressive Knoll. As
Said there
this
were
guy,
zombies.
Regular no.
Well, this-
Regular no.
this guy is the same kind of zombie you fought before. This guy looks like he's a tougher creature. You're not sure if he's undead or not. And as that happens, this guy turns to leave. So we need one more.
We love a dramatic exit. We
Yeah.
stand.
What was his name
And
again?
Gorebox, Gorbox, eater of man flesh and master of my undead enemies. And we're going to save initiative until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. because it's time for us to go.
What?
All right.
I want to thank
Yeah.
everybody who was in the chat. You guys are awesome. I'm sorry I didn't pay more attention. I just only have so many eyeballs, but I'm sure the rest of the crew was paying attention and hopefully they were interacting. So thank you for being awesome. Person I gave inspiration to, make sure you use that by next session. And everybody else, we'll see you in a week.
Thanks so much, guys.
All right.
Yes,
Thanks,
thank you
guys.
for watching.
Appreciate
Bye,
it.
everybody.
Thanks for tuning in. We love you.
It's hot breadstick. Good job.
We did it.
Do we want to? I think we talked about this, but